to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports.
Well, here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
They run with a second-round pick from Iowa State. This is Breece Hall.
And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
A 10-yard gain.
4th down, Howell. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
They've got his man complete.
And he will step out of bounds, but not before he's all the way across the 50.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
The defense, they get to Howell. He'll go down here.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Howell's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Are we both?
Yeah.
I mean, why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 28-yard line.
A man who played collegiately here in Louisiana, Elijah Mitchell. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. When you think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
And sometimes all of your best laid plans of play design, your X's and O's, they can't always account for individual effort defensively. And this was one of those times. Just a terrific play to hustle over there and get the running back to the ground.
From the 29, Burrow. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action. It's Burrow. Looking deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Cincinnati.
Gun. Hey, we gotta go score.
First down, here's Mitchell.
He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
On second down and 4. Burrow. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. Third and 4.
They'll run here with a rookie second-round pick, Kenneth Walker.
And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. That's to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10.
And they go play action now. Burrow.
He'll dump that one off to Mitchell.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. It's the former Patriot, Devin McCourty.
And the Saints are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time? Let's keep doing it until they stop us. Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their first drive.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And some room to maneuver.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
That good for 19 and a first down. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll try and run the option left side. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
The Saints in a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
3rd and 1. Howell's going to throw it.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Keyshawn Johnson, his first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints go up by 2 touchdowns.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Wow, this one is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
And that ball going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Saints force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
So, Charles, you look at this offense. So what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 or 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
Faking the handoff, Howell.
And that is incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing the game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now they go play action with Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Buda Baker with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's two schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Burrow's throw going to be caught by McKenzie. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Here we go.
Options galore here. Second and a few inches. On second down, here's Mitchell.
Room here to run.
57 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
A gain of 26 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
I'm one, right?
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It was Eric Armstead coming up quickly and dropping it for a loss. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first half scores just like this one.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
That was him and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 from Bengals TD.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over first down 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hall again.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
A little football one-on-one there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On 1st down, Howell.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Taken from about the 12.
The Bengals take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's like fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need one. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
The credit the tackle to one, Thornhill.
typically we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
He'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a fourth down.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Gotta go.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
Hardman on the return.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
They run it with Hall off the option.
And he's got some space here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They'll go again with Hall.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Zerline good with a PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, he's going to look deep for more. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Saints will take over possession here up at the 44.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
They'll start on the ground. Paul. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material.
Give to Hall running right. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
They'll go play action. Howell. And this one too low.
Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28.
Howell to the air on 1st and 10.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Hall ought to give up the middle.
Down right around the 25. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21.
The tackle made by Ronnie O'Carrick. A 4-yard gain.
So here we go, 4th down. Howell. And that one complete once again to Higgins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
T. Higgins,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's another one complete to Mitchell.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
To the air again, Burrow. Walker with a grab, left side. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
And he comes back with one complete.
Well, the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Mitchell looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 1-yard line.
Mitchell again.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Elijah Mitchell
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bengals get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
A gain of 9 yards.
1st down, Hal to throw.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some 1st downs, just as good as running the football.
Now throwing on 1st down here. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off play action. It's Howell.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
The Saints on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Howell trying to pick it up on 3rd.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
T. Higgins
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now here's another interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now Zerline on and the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Taken from about the 12.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because
Here we go.
they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
From the 45 on second down, Burrow.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And my goodness, another interception. Darius Slay with a pick.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Howell out of the shotgun.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Howell's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends.